So we got one down there, Burb, and we got 5 more to go. And guess what is coming up next? Oh, my word.
Oh, my God.
Ladies and gentlemen, the dream match is coming up next. Europe's 3-time PAL champion, the CTEC champion, Svavar, will go one-on-one with the top 10 CTWC 2020 player, Sharky. Burb, we were talking about this in the pre-show. Why don't you give the fans your thoughts one more time?
Oh, man, again, this is absolutely one that could go either way. I know both of them having something to prove. You know, I kind of representing their country. You know, that's what they want to do. You know, whether, hey, the European champion going to take them down, or are we going to get an American victory here? You know, Sharky, of course, making an argument. Both of these two players really making an argument as, you know, hey, I'm the best ass player in the world. You know, I think this may be one of the matchups that could prove that either way. So.
Totally agreed, man. Totally agreed. I mean, this is going to be, without question, a dogfight. This is where the legends will play each other. And I first want to say thank you, ET, for all those subscriptions he threw out there. Oh, my God. Here we got one for Svavar, who will be up in a short moment. Oh, my word. But when I put this program together, Burb, this was actually the first match I booked because I knew how important this was going to be for the world to see. And as I mentioned, this is going to be a WrestleMania type show. Well, this is WrestleMania hype. This is equivalent to watching like Hulk Hogan versus The Rock back in what was it, 2001, 2002. This is that type of match. You know what I'm saying, Burb? It's two
absolutely
big time names in the world of classic Tetris that will meet for the first time and throw it down here at Tetris Friendlies. My God.
Oh, wow. I didn't realize it was the first time either. I hadn't seen them play each other. I did not realize this is the first time ever. Wow. This is going to be good. It's going to be really good.
It will indeed. Yeah, I mean, they were both at the CTWC 2019. Svavar really doesn't compete too often in online events. So this is their first time that they will throw down. And I am very excited to watch this one. Mudos is here. He knows this is a big DAS battle. He loves DAS. And we will find out who will come out on top. All right, ladies and gentlemen. So guess what? Svavar and Sharky, they had a few things to say amongst each other. So let's throw it to that.
I hear voices in my head. They counsel me. They understand. They talk to me.
Hey there. My name is Svavar Gunnarsson. I am a former 3-time European champion in Tetris.
You got tools in your religion, all designed to keep you safe. But when rules start getting broken, you start questioning your faith. I have a voice that is my savior, hates to love and loves to hate. I have a voice that has the knowledge and the power to your fate. I hear voices crying, I see heroes dying, I taste blood that's trying, I feel tension rising. I hear voices in my head, they counsel me, they understand.
I have PBs of 753,000 on PAL Tetris and 1.19 circa on NTSC. Hey! Hey! Fuck! Woo! I'm looking forward to having this match with Sharky. I think he's a great guy. I think he makes really entertaining videos, and he does a lot of really cool things in Tetris, I think. And I really like his style also.
Here we go. Ladies and gentlemen, we are back at it. That was a technical difficulty.
So for us to have this match is just privilege and a fun thing I really look forward to doing. So best of luck to him. Let's have a good time.
Can you dig it, sucker?
I have quite the list of achievements for classic Tetris. I'd say my most important one is one that is more recent, which is my world record for highest competitive score by a DAS player, which is 1,191,000.
1,083,000. 1.1 for Sharky. He's gonna go for the 1.2 here. Let's see if he can get it. He's got 6 lines to go to the kill screen. Tetris for Sharky. One more. Couldn't do it here. Gets the Tetris. Need something on the kill screen. Will it happen? No, it won't happen. But 1.191 for Sharky. Holy cow.
A couple of my other accomplishments are getting 1.23 weeks after my first 1.1, as well as getting 60 max subs in the time span of a month and 10 max subs in one day. Additionally, reaching top 10 CTWC and being the highest ranked DAS player for CTWC 2020, as well as winning all of CTL Division 2 in Season 9, where I had to play almost all Hyper Tappers on the last day and still came on top with penalty.
It's going to cost so much more burning for Paulus. This might be it for him. This might be insurmountable. Hyper Tapper now.
Oh, he rotated the T.
Oh,
He might
wow. Tetris for Sharky on the right side. Willed it over. So 891 for Sharky. Paul needs to get to 892. He's got a Tetris set up in the middle. There's the Tetris. But he's like 3 Tetrises behind. And so he's going to have to do something pretty miraculous to pull this out.
Yeah, he's not going to be able to make enough Tetrises to make up the point difference.
And he's going to have to take that burn on the right side. And he's going to top out. And Sharky gets the heart and is good.
Honestly, I think about my opponent, Svavar. He is a very skilled competitor, and I think that he definitely put up a fight. However, I don't think that it will be an easy win for either him or me. Just really excited to, see how this goes. It will be our first time playing, and it will be my first time playing a competitive match ever since I moved.
Going to need a long bar right now.
The game is not gonna give it to him, and that's it. Harry Hung has been defeated. Svavar at 6'10", the 3-time European champion, is ecstatic with a fist bump of his own, and he survives to move on in the tournament. GG's.
Personally, this match just is, something exciting, somewhere for me to gauge how much more I need to practice post-move, as it's been, almost 2 months since my last competitive match. So definitely just mainly to gauge my skills. Don't think there's, too much weight if I lose or anything. But yeah, definitely waiting to get this match started. And Svavar, look out, because there's blood in the water, and you're my next victim.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, it is now time for the dream match to take place. Let us get the introductions going. On the left-hand side, he is known as the 3-time European champion. He is a master of the NTSC. He has been to CTWCs. And he is here looking to go into the deep end of the water. Because he is a very cool Iceman. But to me, when I watch him play, he slithers around the board, ready to RKO you out of nowhere. Ladies and gentlemen, he is Svavar! And on the right-hand side, his opponent has so many accolades in the world of classic Tetris. It is hard to even list them, but we'll try to do it. He made his first appearance on the CTWC in 2019, where he ended up becoming the Rookie of the Year, according to Hard Drop. And in 2020, he came back with a vengeance. Came back to show you that that was no fluke, and that his game has been taken to the next level, saying that TAS most certainly is not dead. Here's a CTWC top 10 for 2020. And he is back and ready to take on the crafty veteran as he wants to add another notch to his Legends belt. Ladies and gentlemen, it's my esteemed pleasure to introduce you to the most hype-centric player in classic Tetris. It's Sharky! This is a best of 5, ladies and gentlemen. Rules are simple, 18 all the way. CTWC rules. First to 3 will be crowned the winner. Absolutely dream matchup you're going to watch. 2 of the greats facing off for the first time ever. When they are ready, you may drop the readies in the chat. Sharky getting in his last warm-up game. Svavar says he is ready. The fans all split down the middle. This, to me, ladies and gentlemen, as I mentioned to Burp Wizard a little while ago, this is akin to a WrestleMania type match where you have 2 absolutely legends going at it. Hulk Hogan versus The Rock, right? You got players from the old guard, the greats from the past, coming on and taking the young bucks of today. No puns intended, right? That's what everybody loves to see. They love to see type of matches like this. So the crowd is split down the middle. They're rooting for Svavar. They're rooting for Sharky. Without question. Legendary match about to take place. And with me on the comms, ladies and gentlemen, I'd be remiss if I didn't introduce him. He's been waiting patiently. He is the villain of Vienna. He is the organizer with me for the Kingsman Invitational Tournament for PAL World Cup. And he is definitely the most toxic bully in all of classic Tetris. He is Sharky! Welcome in, my friend.
Hey, what's up? I'm happy to be here.
He is happy to be here. All right, Svavar is still ready. Just waiting on a ready from Sharky. And let's see, did I miss that? I don't think I missed it, right? And Mudus, oh no. He doesn't want to hear from Sharky.
Hello, Moo.
All right, ready, good luck. Let's have fun, Svavar, Sharky says. So let's do it. They both had a lot to say in their videos. But the time for talk is over. Toogie, count them down for game number 1.
All right, game 1 in 3, 2, 1, Tetris. I'm hyped for this match. We got the 3-time European champion and, more importantly, a Kit 4 PAL World Cup invitee. And my man on the right side, Sharky in the house, is here to try and stop him in his ways. And I mean, both of these guys are considered the best of DAS nowadays in 2021. These guys are absolutely amazing, despite playing with the late auto shift. And you know, like, it's gonna be hype. And so far, you know, Svavar getting the first Tetris, taking a few burns. Sharky building up for his first, gets his first Tetris there. So both players underway swimmingly.
As you would expect, And you see Sharky doing some push down here. Svavar not going that route. You'll definitely see Sharky look to kind of push down from time to time. He doesn't push down the whole entire way. He'll slow things up when he needs to, when he feels like he has to. Otherwise, this is pretty much Sharky 101. This is what you're going to see from him. His game has been taken to another level, Tugi. You were obviously a participant at CTWC 2020 in a different group, but Sharky really made such a huge play. He was already a big name in Classic Tetris, but he took it above and beyond the next level with his performance at CTWC. Did you watch the match?
I was in his group, actually.
You were in his group, of course. I forgot that.
Yeah.
But you didn't get to play him.
Yeah, unfortunately, I didn't get to play him. He took care of Nenu, and then I got to play Nenu, which was pretty fun. And yeah, that was only because Sharky just came in clutch and was a reverse sweep against Nenu. And I mean, yeah, Sharky really, I mean, he was rising through the ranks before. It's clear, you know, he's arguably the best DAS player in the world nowadays. And it's clear that his game is shifting towards competition. You can really see that. I mean, making top 10 at CTWC with DAS is an insane achievement. And that really shouldn't be underrated. It's huge. And, you know, you can really tell how much Sharky has been putting in work and how good he's gotten. And I mean, yeah, so far, I mean, both players playing pretty similarly. Svavar gets Tetris, puts him at 182. Sharky with a Tetris puts him at 194, around about the same line count, and both with clean boards. So far it's going as you'd expect. Really just strong starts, very efficient. Nothing crazy happening so far, just solid play as you'd expect. Svavar, though, with a J dependency on his board, is going to get the J and now has quite a huge hole on his board. Is going to be an L dependency. Would love to get a square for that hole. Now an LJ. There you go. Svavar's cool. Gets a Tetris. Puts him at 22. Sharky currently leading by a little bit at 247, but gets a Tetris. Puts him at 270.
So very back and forth game going on right now. Sharky, even though he's got the push downs going, not with a huge line lead. Svavar looking for a tucking situation, got it with the S, and then another S for safety burns. He will use his long bar to get that right side open, and a beautiful L setup done nicely. So Svavar has some holes here about next box level to take care of at 236. Sharky at 275 in absolute control. He's looking very sharp in this one.
Absolutely, Svavar currently trying to get out of the stake, getting a lot of square pieces, but gets one long bar. Would love to get another one. Takes a nice double there, and slowly but surely burning this down. Bit of a tough situation for any DAS player, but of course Svavar, he knows what he's doing. He's bringing this down pretty solidly. Love that square to come one piece earlier, but now reopens that long bar dependency. Nearly a Tetris well, but I doubt he's gonna try to go for it. Just burning this down very slowly. Gets a nice double there with the L, and another double with it. So Svavar cleaning out of this very nicely. Svavar at 254, and Sharky really taking advantage of that pick from Svavar, now way into the lead at 392. But yeah, now it's time for Svavar to make up some of the ground as he's clean once again. Got another Tetris and another one there. Svavar breaking the 300k barrier. Sharky all over 400k already.
See Modus in the chat there has got that phew emote, letting us know that Svavar getting out of that one, but did pay the price as Sharky been on a tip. Sharky's had an excellent board this whole entire time. His 18 play looking outstanding. He was streaming last night, doing some final warm-ups before today's match, and was saying to me that he still was trying to get the rust, you know, taken off. He had not played since he had been involved in a move recently, and had been putting a lot of time and effort, keeping up with some family obligations. So clearly he wanted to get in some action. He wanted to make sure he was going to be ready, so he made sure he stayed up a little late last night and got in his reps, and it looks like it's paying off right now, Tugi. He's at 532 at 123 lines. Svavar at 379 at 117 lines.
Yeah, you know, like sometimes, you know, Sharky says he's not maybe 100%, but taking a break is always good. You know, it just clears the mind and brings you back to having that excitement for the game. And that's what you really need. You really need to be happy about playing this game, and that's when you can bring out your best, when it just feels like a drag. Not going to be playing well, but Sharky so far looking very sharp. 1 line away from the transition is going to do it with a Tetris. Sharky transitions at 562 with a super clean board. a little bit flat. Wants to build out that left side maybe a little bit. Would love to get a square piece, but gets a Tetris. Now needs to figure out a way to build that left, and not getting the best pieces for it. So it's going to be a bit of a prolonged dig right now for Sharky. Meanwhile, Svavar is also now on the 19 speeds at 396. So Sharky with a demanding lead at the beginning of post-transition. But, you know, like anything can happen here. Both of these guys are masters of post-transition. Svavar with multiple 19 max outs. And obviously, you know, he's been through it all. He's been at CTWCs, multiple of them in real life, has won 3 European championships. This guy's not going to get nervous. He's just taking it easy, getting some Tetrises, and right now wants to reopen that well, does so. And Sharky meanwhile has cleaned up, and he is on level 22 now at 633. Svavar gets a Tetris, puts him at 482. Svavar only about 6 lines behind, so it's still definitely a very true lead for Sharky. But Svavar, you know, he's staying in the waters, and if there's any slip-ups from Sharky, he's definitely going to be ready to pounce. Although Svavar now in a little bit of a dig, needs to get some good pieces for this. Is putting squares left and right, which is what you should do, but right now getting too many squares actually, and Svavar now a tough dig. This is tough for anybody, even for somebody as good as Svavar. Not going to be easy, but you know, he's working through it. Svavar at 500,000 now. Sharky meanwhile is just running away with this. He's at 752 on level 24, and Svavar just getting higher and higher. This is going to be a tough dig, and would have loved that square to go to the left, but now it's not going to happen. Svavar tops out at around 500,000. Not sure what the exact score is, but we know Sharky's good, and he takes game number 1.
Yeah, GG's there. Yes, Svavar topped out about a 532. So Sharky at 762 had a bit of a hangarang there, but a fist pump from Sharky because he's happy with that game, and he takes game number 1 in the dream match. GG's. Bit of a suffer game for Svavar when he got into that nasty dig halfway through level 18 there. They were going pretty much toe-to-toe in the start, and then he got left in the dust, digging out. Sharky just went on a tear the rest of the way. 560 transition score on 18. Impressive for him. Yeah, we're ready from Svavar. He's ready to get back in the saddle there. No wait time for him. He wants to go. Sharky going to take a sip of water there. Tugi, this is a great matchup. 100 people are here to watch this one. Without question. Why not? This is a legendary. Let's count them down. We have game number 2 coming right up in 3, 2, 1. Tetris. Hopefully we'll see a repeat of some game number 1 on Sharky's side. And obviously Svavar would like to have a much cleaner game for game number 2. Tugi, you mentioned that Svavar is so good in NTSC, but we've been remiss. He's a 3-time European champion, and that's in the PAL version. Why don't you explain to some of the people how much of a difference that can be for a player to switch from one to the other?
Of course, you know, in PAL there's a different DAS. The DAS is faster. You know, if the DAS in NTSC goes about 10 hertz, PAL goes about 12.5. So that's always going to take some adjustment. But you know, the more times you do it, the easier it gets. And when you're at around Svavar's level, I can tell you from somebody who's not even close to Svavar's level, you know, I've done it enough times that it only takes a little bit to switch over. But you know, when you're at Svavar's level, I'm sure it's not a huge deal. It definitely does take a little bit of time, but you know, when you've done it enough times, it stops being a huge problem.
It really does, and I want to thank Armin Sounds with a subscription, 10 of them, to the King's channel. That is so much appreciated, Armin. Thank you. You are a big fan of Classic Tetris. We see you over at the monthly channel, and I really appreciate that. 10, 10, 10, baby! Wow. Aren't you glad that you are an affiliate now, Tugi? Maybe Armin will come visit you now that he's hearing your great commentary, and maybe he'll spread the love over there.
Well, that would certainly be nice, but of course, under no obligation. So,
of course not.
But yeah, I mean, so far in this game. I mean, it's been pretty even. Svavar gets the Tetris, that put him at 146. Sharky at 126. So, you know, similar to game 1, both players just trading blows at the beginning of 18. Now one really making a huge difference so far. Sharky gets a Tetris and so does Svavar. Both with clean boards. Sharky gonna fill in that LJ. And or with a beautiful board, just left side beautifully built out. And is now Tetris ready. Similar story with Sharky. Both of these guys, they know how to stack.
Of course they do. They made it to CTWC, so you gotta know how to stack. You want to make it to the World Championships, you better know how to stack without question. 180 now for Sharky, 218 for Svavar.
I mean, there are definitely people who didn't know how to stack at CTWC. I would disagree with you there.
Well, that's why you're the villain, right? You pull no punches. The King's trying to be nice to people and give them some kudos to at least make that achievement. You're just villainous. You just come right out and pretty much calling people some trash.
I mean, to be fair, how would you know like what stacking looks like?
Correct. What would I know? I've only called probably the most matches in all of Classic Tetris, right? Nice Tetris here for Sharky. He'll go to 230. Svavar coming back strong in this game number 2. He's at 288. We're past the halfway marker of this one. Togi, what is the goal here for Svavar to try to maintain this lead against Sharky? As we mentioned, you see Sharky's post game really good, very strong. Even if he can start falling behind, he will find a way to catch up. What's the key for Svavar to stay ahead?
I mean, the thing is that, you know, both of these guys are at such a high level, and, you know, generally you want to play your own game. You don't want to think about what the other guy's doing. Of course, like if he's in the lead by a huge amount, you're of course going to go a little more aggressive, but for the most part you want to keep it simple, keep playing your own game, and that's all that Svavar can do, and so far it's looking like he's doing that. Svavar at 347, Sharky at 346, and I just got interrupted by somebody else giving a bunch of money to you.
Unbelievable. Thank you so much. Again, more subscriptions. Paying on Tetris, another 5 here in Armin Sound, giving one again to this time Mildilium. So appreciated. Thank you very much. You're watching the dream match happen here. This is WrestleMania weekend. This is Tetris Friendlies WrestleMania version. The reckoning is upon us. Sharky at 417. Svavar at 394. See how quickly Sharky came back and started taking the lead. Another Tetris here. They were nearly tied for a moment, but Sharky hits another Tetris to go to 440. Svavar at 417. Svavar working with a column 8, and he hits it. Bangarang. 440 for him, 441 for Sharky. Another Tetris. Sharky has the lead, but he's also ahead 10 lines. That's the advantage, correct, Doogie?
Yeah. Svavar currently building on this column A. He's going to take a triple and get the Tetris. Might be thinking about burning this down now. He's has a little bit of time before the transition, but doesn't want to wait up on getting this board clean. You generally don't want to transition with a center well building up. Looks like that's what Svavar's doing, just burning this down. Not really getting the best pieces to do so. So a little bit of a long dig. And yeah, thinking about going for another column 8. No, he's just going to take the triple. And now looks like he's one single away. There you go. Svavar now back on the right side. You know, Sharky has transition at 539. Svavar, if perfect, can get 3 more touches here, and he's already at 479. So it's looking like very similar transitions in this game. And it's going to come down to who can play the better post. We saw Sharky got off to a great start on post transition, and was more than enough to overwhelm Svavar. But you can never write out Svavar with how good he is on 19. Svavar looking to transition with one more Tetris. Might just take the burn. And he's just going to take the burn. There you go. Svavar going to transition at 526. And Sharky already on level 20, down to level 21. Got a Tetris, put him at 604. Svavar gets Tetris immediately onto 19, now at 558. So it's looking like a very solid game is upon us here on post transition. And yeah, so far both players just keeping it clean, and really getting into many situations here post transition. Sharky with another Tetris was at 636 on level 22. Svavar Tetris ready on level 20.
So things are heating up here. This is a very strong game number 2 from both. Sharky looking to keep control of his board. Beautiful dash to get that S all the way over to the left side. Svavar slams a Tetris on the right. He'll go to 597. Sharky at 669. Hit now, time 6. Sharky with a beautiful clean board now as he's rebuilding to get back to scoring lane. Svavar slams a Tetris. He'll go to 626. He's working on chasing. Skim of the J on the right from Sharky. He'll get that Z placement in to reopen the right and then go for the safety double. 683 now for Sharky. 655 for Svavar. He's catching up and he's behind plenty of lines, so he has the advantage, but he really needs some helpful pieces here. That T most certainly not helpful. That left side needs some work. Get the armbar in for the right side. Now he needs help for that left, and he gets the J to burn the triple. And this, he gets the right pieces to bring this board down to safety, at least a little bit safer. He has work to do. This will give Sharky the time he needs to start amass the lead. Svavar needs help for that right again. Oh, he's going to hang the lumbar. He misses the dirty triple. And that'll do it. He's done at 691. Sharky smelling the blood in the water. Looking to go for the kill. He's at 786, and he has taken game number 2. GG's. Very strong game from both players there, but unfortunately, a little bit of a mini drought on Svavar's side. Ended up really having him to hurt the board on the left. He couldn't build anything over there. Got that long bar to the right there, Tugi, but then after that, it just became a matter of time that he was not going to get what he needed to get out.
Yeah, I really needed that long bar for the right side to burn it down to complete that big, and when he missed that quick tab of the square to the left side, this left was completely cut off, and he did a lumbar immediately, which unfortunately for him didn't come. And yeah, that's the end for Svavar. But yeah, we got ready from Svavar, ready from Sharky, and we'll get into game 3.
We shall get into game 3. We have readies from both. Here we go. The crucial game 3 for the Iceman, the Viper, Svavar. Tugi, count him down.
All right, game number 3 in 3, 2, 1, Tetris. And yeah, I mean, it was just, it was very even post up until that point. Svavar, unfortunately, that big into a bit of a mess, but you know, the thing about reverse sweeps, which Svavar right now, he just needs a miracle, needs a reverse sweep, but the thing about it is you just gotta take it game by game. You gotta take it one game each, and the most important thing is game 3 right here. Sharky's got all the momentum, Svavar's down in the mud, and you know, just gotta find a way to somehow pull yourself out and try and get that game 3 on the board, stop the momentum, and look to work from there. But of course, easier said than done. Sharky currently on fire, and Svavar with a huge lumbar dependency over to the left side is gonna fill it in, but there you go, is gonna fix his board and is now Tetris ready. He is up high though, so would love to get this lumbar sooner rather than later. Is gonna have to take a triple, and looks like he will be safe. Still waiting on that lumbar. Get a T there, gets a nice T, and there's a Tetris for Svavar. It's 58,000, so minor scare there at the beginning of the game for Svavar, but gonna handle it basically. Sharky really taking too huge of an advantage so far, actually behind at 55,000, and Svavar 9,000.
Yeah, right now both players just looking to try to keep these boards alive, stay, not have that early top out. That's one of the worst things you could really have in a game number 3. You're down 2-0. You don't want to have that early top out, Tugi. You want to try to get the reverse sweep hype going. It is, as you mentioned, got to go one game at a time, and that's what kind of Svavar has to do. He has to make sure, even though he knows he has to play aggressive, you have to play aggressive, right, Tugi? Because you're playing Sharky. You know he's been getting some really high transition scores. He's not going to slow down. You have to keep up with him. Otherwise, it's going to be a real tough chase in the 19+ to catch up. You would have to have him maybe have a slight early top out to give you enough time to chase it down. But Svavar making sure he stayed alive, and just feels like he's not getting the long bar at the right time. You know, he's got 16 long bars in this game, Tugi. It is kind of tied for the lowest piece, but at the same token, those long bars just don't come when he needs them. He's had that board pretty much try to stay maintained, and It feels just like the way it always feels, right? In this game, the long bars just don't come when you want them.
Yeah, it's just the worst feeling in the world. Svavar is playing very nicely, keeping the sport high and clean, but you know, you can't get Tetrises without long bars, and it's so frustrating when you're playing so well, but the long bars just don't want to come. Drought's still going on for Svavar, still waiting on this long bar, and this is a crazy drought for Svavar, not what he needs. There you go, finally, the long bar for Svavar, gonna get a Tetris and rewarded for his patience for it with another one. Svavar at 166. Sharky taking a bit of a lead, but not too much. And Sharky also a bit of a dig. Sharky currently at 216 and would love to get a Lombar put into that dependency, and he gets it immediately. And has a bit of minor digging still to do. There you go, as the well reopened. Beautiful clean board, 224 Sharky, 211 for Svavar as he finally, the droughts stop for now. He's getting some Lombars, but now has to work on getting this well reopened. And a few L's and J's currently. Now builds that pretty big Lombard dependency. Did have the potential for dirty Tetris, but Svavar isn't going to wait around for that. Just turns it down and is now back clean on the right side. Svavar with the Tetris. It's at 243 and Sharky at 250,000. Although Sharky a little bit high up himself, but taking it easy. He knows what to do. Nice double there. Wants to access that hole, so that SP is really not what he wanted, as he's forced to put more weight on it. But just slowly burning this out. And you know, things like these is just dependent on what kind of pieces you get. If you get good pieces, you can get out of it fast, but if you're a great stacker, just get the wrong pieces, it's gonna take a while. It's like Sharky has it under control and is not well real. Sharky at 267, Svavar at 297.
Yeah, Sharky did an excellent job right there. I mean, that, ladies and gentlemen, that's textbook board maintenance. You know, he did everything in his power to keep that board alive. I would probably say half the Tetris community there, Tugi, probably would have topped out. They would have so much trouble trying to find efficient ways on burning out and finding the right solves. Sharky, you saw, set up a number of different delayed burns and different burn techniques. Outstanding player. That's why he is a 2019 Rookie of the Year based on Hard Drop, and of course a top 10 finalist at CTWC. His wherewithal to know the board and how to handle the piece is tremendous.
Yeah, it's not just that, it's also just knowing not to tilt. It's one of those things, and it's one of those traps that you get into if you don't have as much competitive experience as somebody like Sharky, is that when things aren't going your way and you're in a dig and you're just not getting the pieces to get out of it, you can often just get tilted. Even if you're doing the right thing at first, if you just get tilted, then you can start clouding your judgment and you could die because of that. But Sharky knows what to do. He's had plenty of competitive experience. He's now on level 19, 420,000. Svavar setting up for his final Tetris, is currently at 438, but is going to take the burn to level 19 now at 439. Knows he needs this game, so he's going to have to pull something here on post-transition. Currently has minute lead, at least in terms of pace, as Sharky is some lines ahead, but Svavar a little bit high up, does get the Tetris though, is going to alleviate a lot of that pressure. And now can get his board under control. That was a beautiful horizontal play there by Svavar at 472 now on level 20, and Sharky level 21 at 481.
Yeah, so the advantage currently to Svavar in lines, but Sharky with the lead in the score. There's a Tetris. Svavar will take the lead at 502. Sharky takes the triple to go to 490. A little bit of a vault of the Z over on the right side. He's looking for a J to fill. That long bar will work a 2. Now another J to fill. Sets up a delayed burn. That's square. Yeah, look at him. You see Sharky make those moves. Try to get that over. Oh, the hammering Z! That's going to fall, and he is going to top out at 493. Svavar at 535. Great drought management of his own on his side. Is back in this one. And it is now 2-1. GG's. So there you go, Tuki, the European hero. He's got one in the books. He'll take it. And gives you a little bit of a peace sign there. Happy that he's got one now.
Yeah. All of Europe here, I can see some people in chat rooting on Svavar, and I mean, he's a great ambassador for Europe Tetris. He's just a great guy overall, and more than that, an amazing player. So, you know, all of you are rooting on Svavar. And got his foot in the door, got game 3, and is now in this game. He's on the board, and now it's just all about game 4, sending this into a decider. But, you know, Sharky, a bit of a suffer game by his standards, and wants to come back, finish this up game 4 now.
Which begins in 3, 2, 1. Tetris, it's the pivotal game 4, ladies and gentlemen. Svavar looking to try to get one more to send us to our decider. Sharky looking to end it and put his jaws around the Iceman. You know, for Sharky here too, this is a big match. He loves testing his might against the legends. He wants to play against them. We know his track history. He's played some of the greats at CTWC over the past couple of years. He has played the legends, including the memorable one night where he played all 3 of them. The 3 guys that are actually playing tonight in the triple threat match. He played Quaid, Josh Tolles, and Jeff in one night, back to back to back. What a memorable night. He's also played Harry Hong in a 2-set battle. They have both split amongst each other. So Sharky is no stranger to playing against the legends, and he absolutely would love to add another win on his belt against one of Europe's best players.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, Svavar is maybe not just one of the best European players, but he's one of the best players full stop. And, you know, he's a lot of great multiple players, but Svavar is one of the ones who really kept up with the new meta and have evolved with the game as the standard has grown. And even now, in 2021, when people are going crazy with max outs and stuff, Svavar can still hang. Showing it here, currently at 146, taking a few burns between now, and has the lead over Sharky, who also had some burning at the beginning, who's at 7,000. So early lead for Svavar, but now both players clean boards. Sharky gets a Tetris, puts him over 100,000 out at 112, and Svavar at 169.
Hey now. So really, really good back and forth game. I don't think anybody's been disappointed so far here, Tugi. I really think these 2 guys are really going at it. They want to show the world how good they are. I think, as it was said in the promo videos that they sent over when they were talking about their achievements and what they thought about each other, there's a lot of respect for both, without question. You know, Svavar feels that Sharky is one of his favorites to watch, and the content that he provides. And Sharky knows his history. He knows how important Svavar is in the world of classic Tetris and what he brings to the table. So the respect and the admiration for each other makes this game even more of a joy to watch, just because you know, this, as much as we like to see bad blood, you know, I love seeing me some Mr. Valor and Dilo, or Tugi versus Torch. I love watching those matches, you know, because there's a lot of bad blood there. But in a match like this, you're watching 2 outstanding players with the highest respect for each other going at it toe to toe.
Yeah, and, you know, one of the things that makes matches like that so interesting is because, you know, players care. You know, you want somebody to care about playing the game, but you want somebody to really have it mean something to win. And that's one of the things about Sharky, why he's a fan favorite. You know, you can clearly see just how much the whole scene means to him. And his whole run at CTWC, you know, you could really see him play with his heart on his sleeve, to really put on a great show. And you know, Svavar in some ways might be considered the opposite of that. You know, he's known for just being a bit of a statue when he's playing, but you know, Svavar, you know, this all means a lot to him. And yeah, he's currently a very even game, although Svavar behind in lines. Svavar at 324 at 85 lines, and Sharky at 312 at 94 lines. So yeah, Svavar has a little bit of burning to do. That's gonna hold his pace a little, but it's gonna build a lot more dependency just as the long more comes. Sharky in a little bit of a tough board, has a Lombard dependency up high, so decides to take the Tetris first. Now hoping for another Lombard dependency. Is gonna get it. Another Tetris for Sharky right there. 365 for Sharky, 331 for Svavar.
As mentioned, very evenly game. I mean, the games have been pretty much this whole way, Tugi, with the exception of the one game where Svavar had to spend a lot of time digging that he lost a lot of pace to Sharky. Aside from that, they have been really evened. You know, Sharky has taken the lines lead for the most part, but when you look at the score to lines ratios, it is neck and neck.
Yeah, absolutely. And just a very even battle here in Game 4. We're either going to see Sharky take the W or Svavar come and bring this to a decider. And Sharky got a nice dirty Tetris there to try and burn down the board. It's actually 2 Tetrises away from transition 438. That's 1 right there. Thinking about trying to get the second one for the transition, but has to fill in that J dependency. Gets the J and is now just ready, waiting on that long bar. Left side has an LJ, so decides to just burn it down into the transition. And 464 now for Sharky on level 19. Gets a Tetris. Now at 490, Svavar takes a burn right there, and has 1 more Tetris available after these burns for the transition at 437. So we're looking at very even transitions as Svavar, is going to transition at 461. Sharky on level 20 gets a Tetris, puts him at 519. Svavar with a 19 Tetris, or it wasn't, I don't know. He
went for the safety triple there. He knew that he didn't want to continue building up, waiting for long bars. He's got a left side built now, and yeah, he's gonna go left well strats. Could be very dangerous. Lombard comes way too late. Another one not gonna come, and he's got the left side closed when the other one comes. He's getting the Lombards here, Tugi, but the board not gonna be optimized for it. This left well can be very dangerous at these speeds.
That was very unfortunate for Svavar, just getting the wrong timing with those pieces, and now finding himself in a dig up high, but he knows what he's doing. He's got his left well reopened, and is going to get the Tetris. There you go, and is going to stop messing around with it. Looks like he's just going to burn it down now, take the extra burns, and yeah, still pretty even in efficiency currently, as Svavar at 514, Sharky at 572, but Sharky a full level ahead, and yeah, both players with clean boards. Svavar trying to set up for a Tetris. Sharky got a Tetris into level 24, now it's 630. Svavar Tetris ready, waiting for a long bar. There's the long bar for Svavar, gets the Tetris, puts in 4 at 546. Sharky at 634, gets the well reopened, Tetris ready for a Tetris into level 25, now it's 669. And Svavar now still building on level 23 at 577, waiting on this long bar. And left side a little bit vulnerable, but does get the long bar and can help put out his left nicely. You can see right now, just pretty even in efficiency still. Svavar taking a few burns, but does get the Tetris. You know, Sharky is now on level 26 at 678, but hangs a lot of pieces onto the left side, so it does get a long bar over, but this is going to be a real prolonged dig right at the end of the game. Not what you want, since points are worth so much here. You really want to be efficient here on the latter levels. And Sharky at 715, Svavar at 654 on level 25, and Sharky now on level 27 doesn't know what to do right now, as he's just forced to burn. Can't really get many Tetrises here. Wants to get the last few Tetrises on level 28, but yeah, right now Svavar not getting too many Tetrises right now, but does get a clean board now. He's Tetris ready on level 26 at 662. Sharky still has 2 Tetrises available for the kill screen at 741, so definitely the advantage for Svavar if he can get this game home. Sharky trying to go out, gets 1 Tetris here, has 1 more Tetris available at 776, waiting for the long bar, sacrificing his board, knows he has to, waiting on this long bar. Where's the long bar for Sharky? Does get it. Sharky gonna finish out the game at 812,000 points. Svavar just needs 2 Tetrises and change, or really just 1 Tetris and change, and he'll get the game. Currently at 770, needs to get to 813,000.
So he really needs this long bar to come. This has been the problem for him. Okay, get it. Oh no! He hung it! Oh god, no! He hung the long bar on the right. That was gonna be the clutch game winner. And he hung it. Oh God, at 773. Svavar, Cat Catch, and Sharky at 8-12. Says game 4 is Namar. Oh man, what a finish there, Toogie.
Yeah, unbelievable. It's Svavar was looking poised to try and get the decider going, but in the end wasn't able to catch up to Sharky. And yeah, strong game there by Sharky to finish it out in 4 games. And yeah, GG's to both. Congrats to Sharky. Very well played there. And yeah, what a game, honestly.
What a game, honestly. Let's go to the winner scene, ladies and gentlemen. There he is. The 2019 Hard Drop Rookie of the Year, the top 10 CTWC 2020 finalist. He is the winner of this dream match, Sharky! Oh, man. How about that? Look at him. He's got the shades on. He's cool AF, Toogie, showing you his Arbitrium controller.
Yeah, you know, Sharky in the house. He's in there. He's got it. He's got the win over Svavar now. Another huge scalp in his collection of wins over truly great players. And yeah, well done to Sharky. He's really building a crazy resume of people he's beaten, but like Nenu, definitely some others as well, and Svavar now. So Sharky really establishing himself in recent times as one of the top players and showing us once again why he's considered that.
Without question, Sharky coming out clutch. A very hot game there. That last Tetris at the end for Sharky, he was holding everything out. That's exactly what you want to do, right? When you're on that level 28, you just got to go all in for a Tetris. Forget about the rest of the board. He threw everything over to that left side. He didn't care about the junk going at the top. He just wanted one long bar, knowing that's all he can do. And it proves that that was the difference. So congratulations to Sharky. And there you go. Congratulations to Sharky from your Burker, gifting him a subscription to this channel. Plus, we were also getting some bits throughout. I'll shout you guys out later on. But thank you so much. Thank you to Svavar, of course, and thank you to Sharky for participating in this dream match. I really, really appreciate it. Thank you so much, guys.